Hey friends, welcome to Gracefully Chronic. My name's Natasha. I'm a 34-year-old Lupus SLE girlie who refuses to let lupus stand in her way. I was diagnosed at 20 and it's been a whirlwind, but I made a promise to myself to be transparent, accountable, and to help others along the way. From earning degrees to landing my dream job, marrying an amazing husband, and having the best doggie ever, I built a life I'm super proud of. Now that I've arrived, what's left? A baby of our own. So let's get into it. This is a space for anyone living with lupus, as well as caregivers who may not have found an outlet to talk about it. I'm sharing my raw truth based on my personal experiences as I go through motherhood and pregnancy. I am not a medical professional. This is simply what I'm doing on our journey to parenthood. I can't wait to meet you. Hi friends, Natasha here, 34, Lupus SLE warrior. I made a promise to myself that as I was going on this motherhood journey, pregnancy journey, that I was going to tell my story. I haven't found a lot of content around it. There are some wonderful people online in groups that I'm in with lupus and motherhood that are providing a lot of great information, but I just want to be a resource, whether it's for 1 or 1 million, I don't really care, but I'm going to be here sharing my story. I was diagnosed at 20, now 34, and I had a really bad bout in my 20s with lupus. I've now been in remission for 6 years, but I have gone through not being able to walk, in the hospital for 30 days, out of work for 2 more months, learning how to walk again. I've had 2 TIAs. They found out I had a hole in my heart. I've had a PFO closure. I have had terrible bouts with the medicine that is meant to control my lupus, but only gave me very adverse reactions. I was on Plaquenil, got eye toxicity, so that's a no-go for me. It was slightly making me blind. I've had a pseudo tumor from another one, and I have been on very, very high doses of steroids. But luckily, with my medical team, my holistic practices, that I am here today, and I have not had a flare in a very long time. So all praise to God that I am healthy. I got married in 2024 to an amazing man. His name is Tommy. You'll meet him later. But after that, I wanted to spend a year with my husband. I was not ready to share. I'm selfish. I don't care. But now we're here, and we want to have a baby. So we've been trying the last 10 months with no success. I've never had a prior pregnancy before. I have very regular cycles. So naturally, it should all add up. I was tracking. I was doing everything I was supposed to do. I'm taking the prenatals. Nothing's happening. I started to get very concerned that all of the medicine and damage that happened in my 20s might have done something, might have depleted my reserves, but no one was really taking me seriously. It was more like, oh, keep trying. It hasn't been that long, yada, yada, yada. I'm not your normal case. I mean, immediately I'm already with maternal fetal medicine, which is a high-risk pregnancy doctor, even before I'm pregnant. And that's anybody with an autoimmune disorder or any kind of condition that needs to be monitored a little closely. So you got your MFN, you got your OB. My rheumatologist is also wrapped up in there. And then also now STL fertility. But we'll get there. Hold on 1 second. But I didn't feel listened to. Luckily, my nurse practitioner did listen to me, did run my blood work, because I was like, something ain't right. I found out that I have an SSA positive antibody, which means that there could be a possible fetal heart block for my child. It's very rare, but I can't take Plaquenil, which lowers the risk of it. So just another thing to stress you out, right? But I am a manifester. I'm a believer in higher power, so we're not even going to talk about that. It's not going to happen. I'm going to have me a healthy baby. And I also have an anticoagulant. My test was positive for that, which means that during my pregnancy, I will have to take a shot every day of a blood thinner. Not a big deal. Happens to people. They also ran all of my fertility labs, thank goodness. And I found out I'm low on progesterone. Now, that is not a key indicator that you are infertile and that you need IVF or anything. But it could mean that something's not happening correctly when I'm ovulating. Those tests were passed on to St. Louis Fertility, who I was referred to by my OBGYN nurse practitioner. And I am so excited to be connecting with them. They were so great. I filled out my form online, and then literally a day later, I was on a virtual call with a doctor. And then now it'll be probably like 4 days later on Monday, I will be getting all of my tests. They will be looking at my follicles, tubes, how many eggs I have in my reserve, and really giving me the answers that I've been asking for. And it was so validating to get on the call with her and tell her my history. Obviously, she has all of my blood work and everything, my story from my rheumatologist, my OB. And she's like, yeah, some shit might have went down. And we need to go figure it out, because all of these medicines, all of this high use of steroids for, almost 10 years may have done something. So let's go see. And we ain't gonna waste no time. We're gonna do it on Monday. Thank you. Like, that's what I've been asking for. And I don't know why it's like pulling teeth for women's health care, but it sucks. Yeah. But anyways, I will have more answers on Monday. I will continue to be transparent with you and tell you the real of what's happening here, how I feel, if it's great, if it's bad, if I'm upset. You'll hear from my husband. You'll hear from, maybe I can snag a few of my doctors and nurses to talk with me too. This is just going to be fun. And we're going to be on this ride together. And I hope it helps somebody or creates a space where you don't feel alone, because I feel a little bit alone right now. So just happy to share my story with you. And I can't wait to get to know you and talk to you all. So love you. Bye.